Reviews can make or break a restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's a chain, a local place, or a fine dining restaurant. A few bad reviews, and you could potentially be missing out on hundreds of customers. A customer with a terrible experience is much more likely to leave a bad review than a customer with an adequate experience is to leave a good review. So for that reason, it's always important to provide the highest quality food and the highest quality service possible. Because on the flip side of that, a customer with a good experience, they might not think to leave a review, but they will always come back and they will tell their friends and family about your establishment. If your restaurant already has bad reviews on sites like Yelp, that's where our company comes in. Peachy Consulting was founded with the success of restaurants on the forefront of our minds. We had prior knowledge of exactly how sites like Yelp worked, and we've developed tools to use that knowledge to our advantage. The founders of our company began working for Yelp in 2004, and they all met each other while working for Yelp. Through conversations, they realized that there was a desperate need for the monitoring and management of reviews of restaurants because a lot of restaurants weren't looking at those. We originally started with a few fine dining restaurants in the Atlanta area, and we have since expanded to any and all Georgia restaurants that feel like they could use our tools. Our company's mission statement is to empower restaurants to leverage customer feedback into actionable information and results. We pride ourselves on our open and honest communication with all of our clients through our bi-weekly email newsletter, real-time email alerts, SMS alerts, as well as our mobile app. Our team members hold daily 30-minute meetings to debrief on our clients. We also hold weekly detailed meetings where we iron out anything we need to iron out regarding our clients. Any work we do is done deliberately with our clients at the forefront of our minds. When you begin working with us, you will have open access to our review website expertise. We will use any and all advantages known to us to make sure that your restaurant succeeds. I am one of our company's 6 expert consultants. I started working with the company in 2012. Just like the founders of our company, I also worked for Yelp right out of college. I received an MBA as well as a bachelor's degree in marketing. I have loved good food my entire life, and I've often relied on reviews to decide whether or not I want to eat somewhere, so I know firsthand just how important reviews can be. I pride myself on being available to our clients 24/7 for whatever they need. Having a degree in marketing helped give me the foundation for my understanding of the importance of public image. My 3 years of working for Yelp gave me an all-around knowledge of things like algorithms that can make or break a restaurant's online image. My experience in the world of food reviews, combined with my drive to help anyone willing to accept my help, makes me one of the best in the world at what I do. I will do everything in my power to help your restaurant succeed, and my history shows very consistent results. The restaurant we'll be looking at today is Atlanta-based restaurant Old Lady Gang. Old Lady Gang is a southern soul food restaurant that was founded in March of 2017, and it gained popularity very quickly due to its founders being on Bravo TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta. The restaurant is known for its delicious side items, and it has an average rating of 3 stars on Yelp based on roughly 2,000 reviews. A large competitor of Old Lady Gang is another Atlanta-based restaurant known as Mary Mac's Tea Room. This restaurant is a staple of Atlanta dining and has a 4-star rating based on nearly 4,000 reviews on Yelp. This restaurant also has a very large location and has a bar just like Old Lady Gang, and obviously it also sells Southern soul food. Based on some reviews, it appears that the restaurant's quality has been declining over the last few weeks or months. This could be a very big advantage for Old Lady Gang. Another competitor of Old Lady Gang is the Atlanta Breakfast Club. The name stays true, however, as this restaurant is only open from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. So the competition with Old Lady Gang is definitely during the lunch hours because Old Lady Gang doesn't open until 12 p.m. However, I believe that the Atlanta Breakfast Club is currently winning this competition as they have a 4.5-star rating on Yelp based on nearly 4,000 reviews. The biggest complaint of this restaurant is their high prices and unhonest practices, as they are known, based on a few reviews that I've read, to be dishonest and upcharge customers. They also serve Southern soul food, just like Old Lady Gang. However, they are tapped into a slightly different market with their differing hours and different location. There are many great reviews for this restaurant, as well as many very bad reviews for this restaurant, hence the middle of the pack 3-star rating on Yelp. One Yelp user gave a 5-star rating stating that the food here is amazing, excellent service, and all for a great price. Parking on the street was convenient and plenty of room. Another 5-star rating stated, food was great, they have the best peach cobbler. The staff was very friendly, which made for a pleasant experience. Definitely worth making your way to this restaurant. Based on these 2 recent reviews, it is very apparent to me that at times this restaurant has the potential to be a top-notch restaurant in Atlanta. They clearly can at times have very fantastic food, very great service, once again, at times, as well as really good parking in downtown Atlanta, which can be a very big perk considering that's hard to come by. However, like I said, there are also some very bad reviews for this restaurant. One 1-star rating on Yelp stated, I am so dissatisfied in this restaurant. I came all the way from California excited to try this food. It began with an hour wait that turned into 2 hours. When I was seated, I was immediately introduced to a waitress with an attitude who did not want to serve us. The restaurant is understaffed and the food is not good. The wait was long, the customer service was bad, and the food has no seasoning. Please do better, OLG. So clearly this restaurant can have some consistency issues because the other 2 reviews we read talked about how great the service was and how great the food was. However, this review is knocking those exact same things. So clearly there's some consistency issues here. A lot of other 1-star ratings complain of being lied to about very long waiting times, as well as inconsistent information regarding reservations. However, with all of that said, I think all of this shows that the restaurant has the opportunity to be one of the biggest restaurants in all of Atlanta. They have the popularity of their famous founders to lay the groundwork for them. They have a better parking situation than their competitor, the Atlanta Breakfast Club, as they are reported to only have 3 or 4 parking spots directly next to their restaurant. They have larger serving space than their other competitor, Mary Mac's Tea Room. Also, Mary Mac was just recently bought out by a corporation, and apparently their food quality as well as their service quality has gone down. I think Old Lady Gang has the opportunity to be one of the biggest restaurants in all of Atlanta. I believe that first and foremost, they need to clean up their online presence. While they do have a nice and tidy website, both of their competitors that I've mentioned have very strong presences on Yelp, as they have posted detailed information about their restaurants, as well as responding to negative reviews. I think that responding to negative reviews in a good light and inviting them back possibly can have a very good impact on your restaurant. Second, I think they need to create a solid foundation for people to make reservations. As this review I have on here states, well, I can't speak to the food because we didn't make it that far. When we arrived at 8 p.m., we were told that they were no longer sitting people. They closed at 10 p.m. This was annoying because we tried calling and making a reservation, but we weren't able to do so because they don't take reservations and they have no landline. However, I have read other reviews that have stated that they would arrive, they would be busy, and then the host would ask them if they were on the waiting list. So clearly, there's not a lot of communication there, as some hosts think there's waiting lists and reservations, and some people are saying they don't even have a landline. Lastly, I think they need to find some consistency with their staff and with their kitchen. Many reviewers have said that they went there at dinner time and there was only one chef in the kitchen, completely by himself. And they hire new chefs every few months, so there's not a lot of consistency there. Old Lady Gang has a lot of threats that could close down their restaurant if they're not careful, and they need to take care of these things immediately. First off, the restaurant needs to have a very short leash for servers with bad attitudes. Many reviewers have complained about servers being rude and acting like they don't want to be there. Bad service will turn customers around, even if the food tastes good. They also need to have a full-time chef with a good large kitchen staff, because if food tastes differently every time you go to a restaurant, or if you have to wait hours and hours to get your food, people will not want to keep coming to this restaurant. Lastly, they need to make sure that their hosts are extremely transparent with their customers. People are not dumb. They can tell if a host is lying to them, and it will turn them around and out of that restaurant for forever. If a wait will be long, tell them. If you have open tables, don't lie to them and say you don't. Lying is unacceptable to many patrons, and when people see instances of it in reviews, they will not want to come to this restaurant. I know I've covered a lot of points during this presentation, so I've taken the courtesy of making a SWOT analysis chart for you guys. It just displays the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that I've gone over throughout this presentation. I made it for your guys' convenience so you can go back to it and you can address the problems that I've discussed, and you can have it in a written format. To conclude, I believe that with Peachy Dining's help, this restaurant can be one of the most successful in all of Atlanta. There's so many unavoidable bad reviews that people are seeing. Based on the amount of bad reviews the Old Lady Gang has, they've probably missed out on thousands of potential customers. But these problems can be easily fixed. With a few simple fixes, I believe that this restaurant can be turned around in just a few weeks. The restaurant's bad reviews boil down to bad service and inconsistent food quality. There are so many good reviews that I know that this restaurant is not really worthy of a 3-star rating. It was a pleasure being able to share my thoughts with everyone here today, and I hope that you were able to gain something from some of the points that I addressed. I've brought some masks that I'm going to give out to everyone with our logo on it, just as a little thank you gift for sharing your time. And if you would like to contact us, I've left our email address as well as our office phone number on the screen. Feel free to reach out for any of your needs. We're here to walk alongside you in your journey to a 5-star rating. Thank you all for your time, and have a fantastic rest of your day.